Hello everybody. Thanks so much for inviting me to your AGM, and can I welcome you to my polytunnel. I've been asked to share some of the thinking and some of the things that have happened around the Incredible Edible movement that I think will resonate with many of you and help us all know in our hearts the importance of the power of small actions. Incredible Edible started 12 years ago. It was a response to concerns about the planet, about biodiversity, about increasing inequalities, about lack of access to food, all manner of issues that were going to impact on our kids and on the children of people we were never going to meet in our lives. And it was time for us to take personal responsibility because, quite frankly, post Rio, post Kyoto, post 1001 other conversations, there wasn't a lot of leadership in the world that was helping us all to live more kindly on this planet. And so after a train journey from London to Manchester and on a Virgin Serviette, we created the very simple model of Incredible Edible, using the universal language of food to inspire people to take actions themselves without waiting for permission, without waiting for a big check, without worrying that we didn't have qualifications, without being concerned that nobody had given us permission to do this. This was our world, our children, our communities. We were going to do something ourselves about kindness. And this wasn't about negativity. This was small, positive steps and trust that each and every one of us together can make a big difference. So Incredible Edible started, and who knew it was going to be an experiment that would catch fire all over the world? Who knew that the idea of propaganda gardens, where we grow food in the middle of our towns and our villages and our neighbourhoods and our boroughs and wherever we can grow food, to start a conversation about the art of the possible without permission, to start a conversation with complete strangers, to redefine what green spaces look like, to make them more functional so that we could share the food that we were growing there. Because every propaganda garden is food to share. And knowing we'd increased conversations around local food, we started to share skill sets around how to do that. Not only how to grow, but how to respect soil, how to understand seasonality. Not only to think about the growing side of it, but the cooking side of it. How could we live well and prosper? How could we share in our communities? How could we make sure that with very little resource, we could spread health and well-being and happiness simply through our actions because we cared? And the third element of Incredible Edible, which was a leap of faith, but nevertheless seems to have worked, was the assumption that if more of us walk through those edible landscapes, see food day in, day out, see orchards, see herbs, see vegetables, see all manner of things growing in the heart of where we live, the place we call home. And if increasingly we shared our skills around that, so that we knew what to do with the stuff when we grew it, then the assumption was that maybe if we were fortunate enough to have a pound in our pocket, we might spend it in support of a local producer. We might support our local market. We might want a conversation with our local farmers. We might therefore want to invest in a sticky money economy where the profit stays close to the spend, rather than in a supermarket economy where the profit goes all over the world. We are not anti-supermarket, but we are pro an alternative proposition that's very visible and people can buy into. And those three simple areas of action, those three simple spinning plates of community spaces made edible, sharing the lost arts around food, and supporting local producers to create a sticky money economy, actually means that everybody has got a little bit of the jigsaw that they can put into this picture of building a kinder prosperity for ourselves and our children. What's that taught me over the years? Well, it's taught me believe in serendipity, because when you roll up your sleeves and start in good faith to do small actions around food or around soil or around biodiversity, people come and join you, and strength grows at the grassroots. It's taught me that there's no enemies in this. That people around boardroom tables are the same types of people around kitchen tables. They're just stuck in a system that they don't know how to get out of. And we're demonstrating that they can get out of it. We've shown through the power of small actions that we can influence thinking in the NHS around their own estate, around investing in orchards, not drugs. We've shown we can repurpose public land. So instead of having grass that nobody can be bothered mowing, we're producing food and vegetables and we're sharing. And more importantly, I suppose than anything, we've invested in people's self-belief and a very evidence-based, actually seeing it with your eyes approach to building strength in our communities, ready for the challenges ahead. And through doing it ourselves, for our communities, actually, this hasn't been just an investment in food. This has been investing in adapting with hope to a different future. What applies to food applies to all sorts of actions at a grassroots level. And so I would encourage you to work with your colleagues, to not be overwhelmed by the size of the problem ahead, because it is huge, but to trust and believe in the power of small actions, because quite frankly, from an Incredible Edible point of view, it has worked miracles. We have brought hope, and we're just ordinary folks getting on and doing it for ourselves. Good luck to you. You can do it. Those small actions make all the difference in the world. Have a good AGM.